So 2021 hurricane season is upon us here in Florida. If you are a Floridian, you understand that we're always a little on edge. So in today's video, what we're going to be talking about is hurricane preparedness and what you, the homeowner and or business owner, should take into consideration going into this 2021 hurricane season right after we roll this super awesome intro. Let's go. Hey guys, what's going on? Rico Garcia here, founder of EcoTech Pro, Florida's premier water damage, mold remediation, and biohazard cleanup company. And today what we're going to be talking about is the 2021 hurricane season and what to expect. Now, based on a couple of reports, I'm seeing that NOAA for 2021 so far is currently estimating an above normal hurricane season. Now, based on some of their preliminary numbers, they're looking to have on average between 13 to 20 named storms and approximately 6 to 10 hurricanes, with 3 to 5 of those being considered major hurricanes for the 2021 hurricane season. So what does this mean for a homeowner, a business owner? What should you do? What should you already kind of have lined up to facilitate this, in the event of a hurricane season, right? So the bottom line here is this. Number one, documentation, right? So many times documentation is lost. You don't have fast access to it. So having a file, even if it's on your phone in a Google Drive where you have your insurance documentation, phone numbers that are readily available. So that way, in the event that a hurricane actually hits, you have all the contact information for all of the major players that you need to contact, right? Another major recommendation that I would make is, instead of waiting for a catastrophe and then trying to vet a good water mitigation company, mold remediation company, roof tarping company, something like that, already have a list of vendors that you've already vetted, you've checked out the reviews, you're comfortable with who they are, and have those individuals already on your list. So once you go ahead and contact your insurance company and you contact a public adjuster in the event that there's damage to the property, obviously you want to maximize that claim to the best of your ability. Immediately your next call should be to one of these vendors, whether that's to tarp your roof or to address any water mitigation or mold remediation issues that you have in the property. The other major suggestion that I would make is buy the supplies as quickly as possible. Now, you don't want to be that person that's hanging around Home Depot or Lowe's and you're spending hours and hours of your time trying to get some plywood or trying to get batteries or anything of that nature. If you have the ability to go ahead and store some light plywood, go right ahead and do so. At this point, if anybody's been following the market on plywood, we know that prices have been doing nothing but go straight up. So the odds of that being different once hurricane season is really in full swing is not very likely. So if you have the ability to go out now and preemptively buy some plywood, some wood that may be needed to board up some windows or whatever the case may be for you, I would strongly suggest to go ahead and do so now. Also, just make a quick list on Amazon, right? And make that list a hurricane preparedness list and go ahead and start dropping in some batteries and some, radios or whatever it is that you might need to kind of get you through an emergency situation, and go ahead and place that order now. I mean, you don't even have to go to the store. Just a click of the button, you can go ahead and have everything delivered right to your doorstep within just a couple of days. Something that often gets overlooked also is the state of your property before a hurricane event. Now, this is something that most people don't do, but it could save you a lot of time and money later on down the road in the event that there is a hurricane that comes by and causes any kind of damage to your property. What I mean by this is very simple. Go out, and take pictures of all of the elevations of the property, meaning the front of the house, the sides of the house, the back of the house. If you have a drone or you have someone that has access to a drone, go ahead and have them hover over the home and take pictures of the state of the roof. Make sure that you keep that in a file. In the event that there is a hurricane and you have to file an insurance claim, this documentation now can really come in handy, because the insurance company may always come back and say, you know what, this was pre-existing damage and we're not going to cover it. And ultimately, if you have a good public adjuster, you have a good roofer, or you want to duke it out with the insurance company yourself, you might end up still getting covered for that. But at the end of the day, it was just too much friction. Whereas if all you did now was just take a few moments and take good detailed pictures of all of the elevations on the property, take pictures of the roof on the property, now you have true documentation that is recent, that in the event that there is any kind of damage to the property, now you can go back and say, hey, look, this is what my property looked like before the event, this is what it looks like after the event, and this is why we should go ahead and get coverage. And just that small detail could save you, not only can make you a substantial amount of money, right, in the sense of how much of a claim you can get back, but it eliminates all the unnecessary friction of the back and forth as to whether or not the storm and or the hurricane caused the damage that you're filing the claim for. The rest of the hurricane preparedness tips, really, as a Floridian, is stuff that we've heard over and over again. Making sure that you have first aid kits available at the property. Making sure that you have a good stockpile, not only of water, but of non-perishable foods, canned foods, things of that nature. Always making sure that you have some kind of communication device, and in this case, what we're really referring to is a battery-operated radio, so you can kind of stay in tune with what's going on. No pun intended with the in tune. Outside of that, really, it's all just the basics, right? Make sure that you have all of your documentation available, easily accessible, and that you have a list of contacts that you want to go ahead and reach out to get your life back in order as quickly as possible the moment that the storm hits. And if you have all of those bases covered, you should be able to get through the 2021 hurricane season as painless as possible. All right, guys, and that does it for today's video. If you have any questions, any concerns, any comments, make sure that you drop them below, and I will personally go ahead and reach out to you. And until next time, have a blessed day.